NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the mid-season surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You look at the Celtics. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And I think for Boston, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Henderson out there with Davis. And for the Celtics, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Cooper is out there with Derek White, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And we are honored, truly honored, to be here on Martin Luther King Day, a special day, Greg, on the NBA calendar.
It is traditionally the games in Memphis and Atlanta, a chance to reflect and celebrate Dr. King. It's one of the best days of the season by far.
Now Claxton, following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Here's Tatum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it. Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Henderson. Outside, Davis launches a 3. It's good from long range.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
On offense, here are the Celtics. Brown outside. From deep, Cooper with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's the TrailBlazers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Boston. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Cooper. White, a screen on Davis. And it's Cooper missing. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Davis missing. Looking at the TrailBlazers, they took the last win in their last game against New York. Cooper kicks to White. The 3. And Davis pulls it down. TrailBlazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Grant up top. They set the pick. Here's Henderson. It's tipped. Goes back up and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Portland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Both free throws good from Henderson.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
Now here's White. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Cooper from outside the arc. Portland grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Here's Davis, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The TrailBlazers third.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Tatum against Grant. Tatum passes to Claxton. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Even when Tatum isn't the shooter, he's dangerous. He can set others up to finish the job.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Klingin, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
One shot.
And here's Henderson. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Pass to Avdia. Outside, Davis. To the inside. Henderson against Cooper. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Davis.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
And let's check out stats for Tatum. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
White looking around. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. Nailed from three-point land.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Now Tatum, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Davis against Cooper. Off with the layup.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Davis missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's White. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Henderson. Here's Klingon. The tray. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for Boston. Last time against the TrailBlazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Davis kicks to Henderson. Outside, Davis from deep. Drills it from outside. Davis has got 6 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Cooper. 14 points from him the last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Henderson. Outside, Davis puts up a three. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Claxton sets the screen for Tatum. Rebound by the TrailBlazers.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Anderson with it. 14 points from him the last game against New York. Back to Avdia. Pass to Davis. Three-pointer. The shot comes out. Boston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Stolen by Henderson. And they're on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And look at how Henderson turns up his intensity inside as the defense comes right at him.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Henderson, 2 shots.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Here's Tatum. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
All right, fans, it's dance jam time. Get ready to dance like
Let's see some of the numbers here for Anthony Simons.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know He hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Tatum passes to Claxton. Back to Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 4th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. First free throw is good.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
Celtics making a switch here. Strus is checked in. Good on both. Now here's Henderson. 5 points in the game. Outside, Avdia. Back to Henderson from downtown. Good on the triple. Henderson's got 8 points.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Tatum passes to Strus. Back to Tatum. There's the three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Avdia. It's stolen by White. Pass to Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
Outside, Davis. Fires the three. Avdia can't hit. Boston shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And Claxton throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Henderson. Following the bucket by the Celtics. No one covering. Avdia's got his second basket of the game.
Well, clearly Henderson has strong passing instinct. He can sense where the best place is to get the ball.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good. And nice shot by Tatum, answering the three from the other end.
Outside, Davis. Avdia on the wing. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Tatum. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Sharp check in for Portland.
Substitution on the court.
Over in the corner, White. Shot from the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound. Klingen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Avdia. Some nice ball movement here by the TrailBlazers. Here's Klingen. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Tillman. Pass to Strus. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Donovan Klingen.
4th team foul.
For Boston, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Max Strus.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Strus. Simons, he's checked in for Boston. The TrailBlazers making a switch here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Portland trailing here. Here's Kamare. Pass to Sharp. Here's Kamare. Takes a 3. The rebound by Simons. Here he goes. Klingen with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Portland.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Here's Simons. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Tillman. And it goes down 2 points. Tillman's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, when Simons is making plays for others, this offense becomes even more dangerous.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Strus's shot is good.
Well, looking at Simons' assist numbers, they've skyrocketed over his time in the NBA.
TrailBlazers trail by 3. 1:12 left to play in the first. Holiday against Simon. Holiday, the pass to Sharp. 5 to shoot. A 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Boston's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Here's Tillman. Pass to Simon. The shot, no good. Good D by Holiday. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Puts one up from 19. Second shot opportunity. And it's in off the backboard. And the TrailBlazers lead by 2.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Now here's Simons. Hasn't made one yet. Inside. Here's Strus. And another basket for Boston.
Wasn't that pass right in his stride? Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And here's Sharp. From the arc. He can't get that one. Nick Claxton getting it done for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
On the court right now for the TrailBlazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Then there's Grant, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Kamare. Pass to Sharp. Here's Grant driving to the basket. Can't get it to fall.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Hauser. Takes the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Kamare. Nothing on the board. Over to the left wing. The TrailBlazers need to get off a shot. Grant for 3. Connects from three-point range. Grant's got the lead up to 3 now for the TrailBlazers.
Well, the scouting report will tell you that's where Grant is often most effective, shooting off the catch.
Pass to Strus. They set the screen. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Strus has got 9.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Grant. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Henderson. Open jump shot off the mark.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That is his first foul of the game. Davis has checked in for Shaedon Sharp.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Hauser, still without a basket. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Davis. And Boston with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Tatum no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Henderson. They set the pick. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Davis up top, covered by Simon. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
Timeout,
and
timeout.
so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout.
Start it.
He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Celtics fans, get loud right now for Celtics Entertainment.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Anthony Simons. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Av Diaz checked in. Goes up off the inbound. Hauser misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Offensive rebound. Grant gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Stolen by Grant. Left side, Davis. Shoots the 3. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Stan on the floor tonight. One of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Celtics making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Celtics trail by 7. Now White. Brown outside. Looking to end the run. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
On against Avdia. Rebound by the Celtics. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown outside. Pass to Cooper. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Now here's White. Pass to Brown. Now here's White. There's a screen. And here's Brown. Puts one up from 19. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Davis with it. He's got 11. Grant with the screen on Cooper. Here's Henderson. And the rejection by Claxton. Brown drives in. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Henderson passes to Grant. Pass to Davis for the 3. The shot, no good.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Claxton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wasted no time on that one. And the TrailBlazers lead by 5.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the 2nd, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Brown outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. Portland leading by 5. Now here's Henderson. 10 points for him. Pass to Grant. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Grant's got a pair of triples in the 2nd now for Portland.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the 1st quarter, but now he's off and running.
Outside, White. The 9-foot shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Denny Avdia picks one up.
2nd team foul.
For Boston, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
First free throw is good. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Now, here is Holiday. Still scoreless. Pass to Klingon. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the TrailBlazers lead by 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Cooper the pass to Claxton. Here's Pritchard. Launches a 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And here's Holiday. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Klingon the screen for Williams. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Pritchard. Off target from outside. Portland is gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Now here's Thibault. T right on him. Now Williams. 6 to shoot. And some nice ball movement here by the TrailBlazers. Thibault for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Pass to Pritchard. To the right side. Here's Cooper. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Holiday following the 3-pointer by Boston. Murray kicks to Williams. Pass to Klingon. Claxton comes with the double team. And he stays with it. A nice shot by Klingon.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Celtics trail by 7. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Claxton a screen on Murray. And it's Brown missing.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Klingon. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nick Claxton.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The TrailBlazers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
That free throw missing. A different look now for Portland. Kumar is checked in, and it's sharp in for Matisse Thybulle. And he sinks the second. Here's Pritchard. Last game we saw him score 13.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first half. Here's Walsh. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. Number 1, the TrailBlazers.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number 1, your team is elite at the defensive end.
No good on that one. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the basket is good.
Well, Holiday has terrific vision. He's great at spotting open guys.
Celtics trail by 10. Pritchard passes to Strus. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. The shot's good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
TrailBlazers leading by 8. Now Sharp. They picked up 24 points in their last one against New York. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Celtics shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Pass to Cooper. To the left wing. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Holiday. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Some changes for Boston. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Tillman. And it's Simons in for Cooper. And Portland with a change here too. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Drew Holiday. It's Strus on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pritchard. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Kamare. Portland leading. 40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Sharp with it. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Tatum down low. Henderson defending. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Now, here's Sharp. Here's the 3. No good that time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the TrailBlazers. They lead by 8. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
57.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
As a resident dunk contest expert, I can tell you, these are the names you want in the dunk contest, guys. Don't come at me with who isn't making the cut, because this group is all you need.
Geez, I guess we can call it right now. The Jet has spoken. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Portland TrailBlazers.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, as the rebounding expert on the crew, I'm giving them the O'Neal stamp of approval, which is hard to earn. Congrats, guys.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston, trailing here by 8. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Cooper is out there with Derek White. And it's Claxton in at the pivot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And the rejection by Tatum.
And there's Tatum's length showing up at the defensive end. What a play.
Back to Brown. Basket counts. Brown's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at the rim and building some positive momentum.
No good from Grant. Stolen by Avdia. Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive scene.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And here's White. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Grant. Tatum's shot is off. TrailBlazers leading by 8. Grant dishes to Henderson. Good ball movement here by the TrailBlazers. No good from Grant.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a number 1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
The Celtics have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
At the line for 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here's Henderson. 10 points for him. Pass to Davis. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Davis has got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 7. Laxton with it, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Outside, White. Pass to Cooper. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Celtics ball.
Here's White. The 17-footer goes down. White's got 5. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Henderson outside. Grant with a screen on Cooper. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Henderson, no good. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Cooper. There's the triple. Avdia with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Grant. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. He's got 8.
And get your best scorers, high percentage looks, offensive strategy 101. Grant delivering.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the TrailBlazers, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And for the TrailBlazers, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
buries it from three-point range.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Outside, Davis. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. The fourth spot held by Jason Tatum.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
Well, that's really what the new age big man has turned into. They're not just bruisers anymore.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Down low. Here's Tatum. Shoots over Grant. Tatum no good.
And they need his offense right now. But his shot is just not falling.
Grant against Tatum. Grant kicks to Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Pocket 6. To the paint, trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the Celtics with possession here. Portland making their last shot. And it's White missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bounce pass, Avdia.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, Tatum, 10 points for him. Shoots over Grant, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Well, with his dribble moves, Tatum will get where he needs to go, and he's an outstanding finisher.
Pass to Davis, launches it. They get it back. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, White. Tatum on the wing. Corner shot. The TrailBlazers pull it in.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Henderson. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Avdia can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Tatum wide open, he fires one, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here's Davis, 16 points for him. Let's go. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Celtics fans, coming onto the floor now is Celtics Entertainment. Make some noise for them. Yes, all fans, on the court is your Fight Squad. Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for the feature.
Some changes for Boston. Walsh is checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Cooper. With the ball. TrailBlazers moving the ball around. To the inside. Here's Williams, and he banks in the layup. And the TrailBlazers lead by 12.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Now, here's Thibault. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Here's Kamara. Here's Klingon. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
Now, here's Tatum. He's got 16. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Thursday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat.
You know, it's a bit of a soft spot in the schedule for them, and if you're being honest with yourself, I think they could use this. Haven't had the best results of late, and the best remedy for that is to take advantage of the schedule.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the Celtics making a change here. Strus is checked in. And so Tatum nails them both. Here's Thibault. Pass to Klingon. Now Williams, defended by Strus. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A 12-point game. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Up top, Sharpe, covered by Simons. And Thibault now top of the key. Pass to Williams. Going inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for the TrailBlazers.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Simons. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Thibault. Pass to Sharp. Outside Williams. Knocks down the three ball. Williams has got 9 points. Celtics trail by 17. Outside, Simons. There's the drive. Good on the bucket. Simons has got his first 2 points.
So quick. Simons using that burst to get to the rim.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Pass to Kamare. He lobs it up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Jason Tatum.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
And that one misses. Brown is checked in for Tatum. He hits the second from the line. Now here's Simons. It's Strus on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 12.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up front.
Now, here's Thibault, covered by Simons. Outside Williams. Klingon the screen for Sharp. Pass to Klingon. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Pritchard. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Simons up top for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
1:12 left to play in the third. Sharp on the wing. Fires the 3. And the basket by Kamare. And the TrailBlazers lead by 15.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. Sweet move. That shot no good. Portland leading by 15. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. And again, it's the TrailBlazers from deep.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Simons on the wing. Defended by Thibault. And he makes that one. Simons has got 7 now in this quarter.
Textbook pick and roll. Simons is a natural at running these sets.
And here's Sharp. 6 points for him. A 3-ball. That one misses. And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We come back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We need you all to hit loud.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. On the floor for Portland, Sharp out there with Avdia. Then there's Davis. Then there's Scoot Henderson.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And it's Simons missing. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the TrailBlazers. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Simons. Pass to Hauser. Now Claxton. Here's Cooper. Fires from deep. Rebound by the TrailBlazers. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And it's Sharp missing. Celtics trail by 16. Beyond the arc. Cooper with the bucket.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
The TrailBlazers have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Sharp from past the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
3-pointer, Simons. No good that time. TrailBlazers leading by 13. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Avdia, a screen on Simon. And again, it's the TrailBlazers missing. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. No good on that one. Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Sharp. No good off the back of the rim.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now, here's Simons. Inside, here's Claxton. Avdia with a defensive effort. The TrailBlazers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. He's covered by Brown. Davis gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Davis has got 19 points.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the TrailBlazers. Claxton the pass to Hauser. He's looking for Simons and finds him. Pass to Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by the TrailBlazers. Now Henderson. Now here is Davis. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Henderson against Simons. Pass to Cooper. Lets it go with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Cooper's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Celtics.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nick Claxton.
Team foul. Shooting for Portland. Swish. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's Cooper. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. There's plenty of time to get back in it.
Here's Cooper. Here's Tatum. And the wing jumper offline. Grant outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way for Grant. He finds a way to make the most of his chances.
Shooting for Portland, Jeremy Grant at the line for 1.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Well, this guy's a classic example of hard work paying off. Jeremy Grant has developed into a very impactful player.
Now here's Tatum. Claxton a screen on Grant. Here's Tatum. Pass to Claxton.
TrailBlazers foul. Jeremy Grant. 4th personal foul. 2nd team foul. At the line, Nicholas Claxton. At the line for 2 shots.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Portland leading by 18. Down low. Davis down low. He's guarded by Cooper, and it's Davis missing. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. White, wide open. He fires. And another miss by Boston. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the TrailBlazers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Avdia, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Third team foul. Shooting for Portland, Denny Avdia at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Now here's Tatum. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Henderson looking it over. Back to Davis. And the rejection by Claxton. Tatum with it. Now defended by Grant. Here's Cooper. Doesn't go that time. Excellent defense there from Henderson. Grant against Tatum. Grant dishes to Henderson. Outside, Davis shoots over White. Right side, Avdia. Good on the triple. Avdia's got 5 points in the quarter. And for the Celtics, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes a 3. White, good.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Henderson kicks to Davis. Pass to Avdia. Outside, Davis. A good look from Grant. Rebound, Boston. Cooper's got his 4th rebound in this one. White inside, defended by Avdia. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel. And, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
And Portland has possession following the three-pointer by Boston. White against Davis. They set the pick beyond the arc. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Celtics trail by 19. Tatum with it. Now here's White. Brown outside. Pass to Cooper from deep. That one no good.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Tatum finds Claxton. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Tatum. White against Henderson. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Grant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Davis in the corner. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Now here's White. Back to Brown. Fires from way outside. And that one is off. TrailBlazers leading by 22. At the elbow, it's Avdia. Wants to get it to Grant and does. And good that time.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so White will bring it up for Boston. Pass to Tatum. White against Henderson. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Davis. And here is Grant. Davis with it. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the middle. Here's Tatum. On target from 13 feet. And that's 20 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Davis. Portland moving the ball around. It's Davis on the wing. With some arc. Good defense by Claxton. Celtics shooting an appalling 26% in the 4th quarter. Cooper kicks to White. Grant against Tatum. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
That's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Here's Grant. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
Man, what a creative player this kid is. Henderson, so much fun to watch.
Team foul. Scoot Henderson, defensive foul. Nicholas Claxton, 4th.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Foul. Shooting for Portland, Henderson, 1 shot.
One shot.
And that one falls for Henderson. 1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Simons surveying the D. Rebound by Murray. TrailBlazers leading by 23.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the TrailBlazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Davis.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Williams with the steal. Now Henderson. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen. And a fast break now for the Celtics. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Simons. A three-pointer, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Henderson. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Mr. Incredible.